Hey, hey! Y'all made it. Pardon, had some technical difficulties, but we are here. How are y'all doing? Speaking of technical difficulties, how did that full moon in Aries treat you? Square Saturn, conjunct Chiron, wounded healer, bringing up all the stuff. I sure did have my stuff come up. Curious if it came up for any of y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy to see you. Happy to jump in and read for all of us, especially considering how the universe, the stars, are just popping the top off of that chaos cauldron and saying, here's your stuff, want to talk about it? I didn't, but we did. And it was better. Glad to freaking hear it, Sarah. This one was a doozy, and we knew it was going to be. We knew it was going to be, especially Mars is in Aries right now. That's a lot of fire. That's a lot of heat. So the chaos cauldron has been on my mind this morning. Let's see what's in the cauldron for you. As always, we're going to do a reading for each sign, moving from Aries all the way through Pisces, looking at overall energy and focus for the week, money and jobs, and then love, relationships, etc. Hey, hey, Sarah. Yay, so happy to see y'all. Whew. Okay, so let's start with Aries, initiator. Hey, hey, so happy to see you. I'm so glad y'all are here. Thank you for being here. Oh, I love Saturdays. Okay, always have. Okay, Aries. Oh, geez, thank you. Thank you. That's very kind. Okay, Aries, let's talk about it. What's in the chaos cauldron for Aries? And you know, when I say chaos cauldron, there's a lot in chaos. You must have, hey, Tammy! Nietzsche said, Friedrich Nietzsche said, you must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star. So, full moon in Aries, conjunct Mars, Chiron, square Saturn is definitely asking all of us to give birth to a dancing star. Hey! Yay! Oh, I'm so happy to see y'all. So Aries, there's a lot of heat in your house right now. There's a lot going on. Let's see what's up for you. Aries, overall focus and energy. Thank you, Marie. You are that is very kind. There's so much of it, I need to cut it. Okay, Aries. Aries sun, moon, rising, Lily, hey! Happy Saturday, amiga. So glad to have you over for Saturday morning cartomancy. Second only to Saturday morning cartoons. Wow, okay. Spirit throwing cards. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up for a second. Okay, Aries. Overall energy and focus for Aries this week, Spirit. What does Aries need to know for their highest good? Aries sun, moon, rising, and dominant people. They are so ready to talk to all of us. Ooh, this chaos cauldron. Ooh, boy. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, Spirit, when it comes to money, jobs, projects, resources, relationships. Hey, hey, Cherokee. What does Aries need to know for their highest good? Aries, when it comes to money, projects, finances. All right. And now when it comes to love, relationships, connections, do you want to focus on family, friendships, romance? What does Aries need to know this week for their highest good, Spirit? Always and only for their highest good. All right. Ooh, let's get into it. Chaos cauldron. Okay. Let's talk Aries. Big Aries energy. Okay. So, this week, Aries, fight for what you want. And when you're fighting for what you want, you absolutely need to get out of your head. I do feel, and for multiple reasons, and we'll talk about it when we get there, but I feel like y'all are hanging on to some stuff. And no one's judging you for that. I would just ask you, what is the quality of what you are holding on to? And here's the other interesting little metaphor that Spirit is using. Like, oh dear. Okay, this is going to get real interesting. When Spirit comes along and hands you something. Let's just imagine having your hand out, Spirit come, drop something in there. Sometimes, Aries, it's a slice of cake. And it's like, oh my God, thank you, yum, delicious, right? Sometimes it's a pile of shit. Either way, you know what you don't want to do is this. If it's cake, you're going to ruin your cake. If it's shit, you're just, let me get that in all the nooks and crannies. I know. You definitely didn't sign up to hear that analogy right off the bat. But Spirit, hey, listen, Chaos Cauldron. Spirit's going to speak clearly. This would be doing this with whatever's happening to you. There is a need to practice some healthy detachment in order to get what you want. In order to, quote unquote, stay on top, get on top, come up against everything that's coming at you. Loosen your grip a little bit. It's not like you, Aries, to be in your head. So loosen your grip a little bit. Allow for some new thoughts and new possibilities to enter. It feels like you're a little bit hyper-focused on what could go wrong, anxiety, fear of the future, etc. And Spirit with that Seven of Wands is telling you, whatever it is that you want, you do have the capability to get, but you're going to want to be able to think on your feet, right? You're going to need to think on your feet when you're coming up against multiple opponents. And this does not fucking help you think on your feet. So it's time to turn the lights on. It's time, for many reasons, we're going to go right there. I'm so glad you understood exactly what I'm saying, Tammy. There is a need to look at what you're afraid of. Specifically to look at what you're afraid of losing. Whether it's like, I'm afraid I'm gonna lose, like somebody else will win this position or win this person or win this whatever. Or I just get the sense that you're holding on to some stuff. And the more you can loosen your grip, the better you're gonna do. And we'll get there. But I have a little practice for you, okay, Aries? Have a little Saturday homework for you if you want to get what you want. And that's just what I'm hearing. Okay, now let's talk about money, projects, relationships. Y'all, this is huge group project, wonderful group too. Like, I don't know if, like, of course these are general readings, Aries. So it's like some of y'all, yay. Well, Hillary, you've done this homework. This is exactly the you know exactly what this is. Okay. So I feel like group project, working with friends. Some of y'all are doing podcasts. Some of y'all are just working with like a community. And I'm actually also hearing community organizers. So some of y'all are directly like involved in the community, and that's why these are coming up this way. Some of you, it's like that thing, that project, that idea that you've been thinking about doing with like your friend or your sibling or multiple friends or siblings or partner. Bam. Bam, bam, fucking bam. This is like you have various talents that you are bringing together, 3-part harmony. This is something that is built to last and enduring. I feel also that for some of you, there's a celebration literally this week around projects, money, finances. Like, hey, you got the job, congratulations. Or like, you just signed the thing, congratulations. And some of you, I'm actually hearing working, well, this seems like a freebie. This feels like a gimme in the age of coronavirus. But I'm hearing like working from home, and that is very beneficial, that brings joy and creates more freedom. And we want a little freedom in your life this week, Aries, because let's just come to the other part of your reading that is talking about what are you holding on to out of fear. That's the real problem. Like, you know, Spirit, coming back to that beautiful analogy at the beginning about, you know, the cake or the shit in your hand. Either way, you don't want to grab it with an iron fist, because either you're going to crumble your cake or you're just going to make a big old mess. When it comes to relationships, family, friends, etc., this is a pretty clear, unequivocal message, Aries, that you are holding on to things with a bit of a tighter grip than is necessary. The devil's nothing to be afraid of. The devil is not even necessarily external, although I will say for some of you, I feel that, and you're going to know if this applies to you, Aries, that you're dealing with a person, this is how I'm hearing it, that you know is throwing up red flags. Like, ugh, this person's too possessive, or ugh, this person, like, ooh, Ooh, this is what I'm hearing. I had this person over and it was like, you know, date 2 or 3, and like they went through my phone, or like I caught them going through like my computer or something like that. And it's like, and maybe if they kind of like laughed it off and were like, haha, you know, I just like you so much. No, that's devil shit, dude. That's devil shit. Like, if somebody is throwing up red or pink flags, they're there to be noticed. They are not there for you to put on rose tinted glasses and go, oh, there, that's better. That's fine. Like, oh, he just likes me so much. Like, that's some beginning of a lifetime movie shit. That's some, like, gonna crawl through your window and upset your mother shit. Like, okay? So, if you're not holding on to something out of fear, then you don't need to worry about it. But if you are holding on to something because it's like, what if nothing else better comes along? Like, what if I'm not even worth it? Who would even like me? So I better hold on to this relationship, or even like stay in this house with this like family member or whatever, because I'm hearing a couple different things. I'm hearing that is where Spirit wants you to do some of this work of like, what am I worth? What do I need to do to get the upper hand? I'm not going to stay stuck in any relationship or situation just because I'm afraid that there's not more out there, because these cards are very clear that there is more out there. Now, here's your homework assignment. In brief, Aries, if you want to bring some new good things into your life, if you would like Spirit to place a slice of cake in your hand rather than whatever the alternative is, here's your assignment. Take these 9 swords off the wall and look at them. These are your fears. These are your nightmares. These are your worst case scenarios. These are your, but if I leave, what happens? Or but if I try, what happens? What could go wrong? And what could go right? And what do I mean by that? I mean, here's the assignment. Get a piece of paper, pen, pencil, whatever. Top of the piece of paper. I want a loving, monogamous relationship with a blah, 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 whatever. Fill in all, make it as detailed as you possibly can. I want to make this amount of money in this position at this company or job or whatever. Then, number 1 through 20. I deeply fear and resent having, fill in the blank with your wild dream, because I have deep fear that I, ... can't live up to anybody's expectations, will be alienated from my friends if I start making a lot more money. Dad will be disappointed in the job that I have decided to take. Mom will think that I'm blah, 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 blah. Some of these fears you're going to know right off the bat very consciously. Some of them are unconscious, and that's the shit that is pulling you from below and making you do things like stay in situations where you're boxed in and shit like that because you're like, I guess this is what I'm good enough for. No, Aries. Nah. Nah. Mars may be retrograde. Your ruler may be retrograde in your sign. All that means is they're asking you to redirect your massive fiery energy inward. Light yourself up. Light your dark places up and notice what they are so that you can untie yourself and go get what you want. Don't hold on to anything out of fear, Aries. You are a courageous sign and there is more out there for you. So don't grab onto your fear and your doubt with an iron grip and then let, optimism and courage be something that's just like, oh, I know I have that, but I don't need to like hold it. It's like Spirit's like, hold that. If you're going to hold something, hold your courage. Wow. Can I just show you, Aries, before we check out? Just hold your courage. You have come further than you're giving yourself permission to know. And what a beautiful answer to the 9 of Swords to give you the 9 of Wands, the fire, the light. Turn the lights on. Hey, Spirit talking loud. Chaos Cauldron. Okay. Aries, I hope that that is helpful for you. Wow. Now they're ready to talk to Taurus. So we're going to get right into it. Taurus. Wow. Okay. Taurus. Taurus sun, moon, rising, and dominant people. Quick reminder that I put a birth chart generator in the comments in case any of you are like, moon sign, rising sign, what? So there's a free birth chart generator right in the description if you want to run your chart and find out what your other signs are. Taurus. Taurus sun, moon, and rising spirit. What does Taurus need to know for their highest good? Taurus sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. What do they need to know for their highest good? Taurus. overall energy and focus for this week. Okay? Now, when it comes to projects, finances, money, jobs, resources, please, Spirit, what does Taurus need to know? The truth for their highest good. Okay? And finally, when it comes to love, spirit, and connections, you want to focus on family, friends. Hey, yes, yes, let them know. It's good information. It's very helpful. It's like surprisingly helpful to know your chart really, really well. Okay. Love, relationships, connections for Taurus, Spirit. Do you want to focus on friends, family, romance? Okay. Okay. We're going in. Ooh. Okay, Taurus. I'm going to bring up one of your better qualities, and you have many. One of your good qualities, Taurus, as a fixed sign, is that generally you cannot be moved until you're ready. Now, the flip side of that can be like, are you sure you're not ready? Like, are you really sure? Like, are you digging your heels in, or are you standing your ground? That's what Spirit is saying. And that's not a judgment. That's like, you could be doing either one of these things. These are general readings, Taurus, so I'm not going to presume that you're digging in your heels when you might just be planting your feet and knowing what you want. But here is how your cards come up. Overall energy and focus for the week. Two of Swords and the Hanged One. Quite similar energy, but very different outcomes when we follow to the logical conclusion of each of these cards. What do they have in common? They each imply a bit of a frozen state, like suspended animation. Hello, hanged man. Suspended from a tree. Now, here's the thing about the Hanged One. For one thing, you'll notice they hang by their feet, not by their neck. So they're doing fine. They're actually doing pretty great, considering this corona around their head that says they're reaching some new conclusions, some new levels of enlightenment. They have removed the blindfold. They have uncrossed their arms. They have uncrossed, Spirit is saying, their heart. And they're listening. And they're listening deeply. Now, the Hanged Man always makes me think of Odin. In Norse mythology, right? He was like the big god, right? The All-Father. And Odin decided to take this journey to sacrifice sight with a lowercase s by plucking out one of his eyes and sacrificing it. He exchanged lowercase sight, hey Kayla, for sight with a capital S. This type of sight. That was not easy. Hanging upside down from the world tree, getting pecked by crows and shit for 9 days was not easy. But what ultimately comes from that story is that Odin discovers the runes, which became the written language, which became a system of divination, which became enlightenment. So, don't be in your head, be in your soul. And for you, Taurus, a shortcut to your soul, Spirit is saying, is your body. What does your body feel? Sometimes when we're thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, we can like run into walls and get, Two of Swords. We can get stuck in our head. And Spirit is like, when we start to feel that way, drop lower, drop into your body. When you think about which option to take or which thing you want to do, what does that bring up in your 5 senses? Does it bring anticipation? Does it bring fear? Does it bring a pit in your stomach? Does it bring chills? What does it bring? And listen. What Spirit is saying is don't make a move until you're ready. Hanged Man, 2 of Swords. Don't make a move until you're ready. Now is the time to look at things from a different perspective, to take this pause, this suspended animation as divine timing, and be like, okay, if I don't know how to move, I won't make a move until I'm ready. But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to freeze and not do anything. It means I'm going to turn this situation like a Rubik's Cube in my hands and be like, maybe if I turn it that way, maybe if I turn it that way, maybe if I, and allowing for more possibilities, right? And then, epiphany. So, Taurus, I'm going to tell you to do something you do very well. Don't rush. Don't rush, but also Don't lie to yourself. Don't hide from yourself. Don't deny yourself. That's just what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. So, moving on to projects, money, finances. It feels like, and this is pretty great coming after the Hanged One and all of that, because for some of you this may be related to that. It feels like after a long time of like fighting, struggling, communicating, doing your best, coming up against various opponents, learning new talents, learning new skills, now you're ready to take this show on the road, Taurus. So it's kind of like, oh wow, okay, so I'll explain further, but between the Hanged One, actually I'll just show you. It's not in this sector, it's over here in love, but we'll talk about it. Spirit is like, we're really hammering home the divine timing thing. Divine timing, divine timing, divine timing. Right on time, not late, not early. You have learned all of the things that you needed to learn. So if you're feeling like, damn, I'm tired and I just want to be done, Spirit is like, look, we promise that everything you come up against, even in this week, you may come up against like your 9th opponent and like, yep, you're a little bandaged and bruised, but you should see the other guy. You have collected a lot of gifts and talents and skills by coming up against challenge after challenge after challenge. And now you're moving from the troubled seas to the clear ones. A clearer day. I know what to do. I have the information I need. I have the lessons I need to get exactly where I want to go. And Spirit is actually really emphasizing that for some of you, you're taking other people with you. What do they mean by that? Money, resources, finances, projects. This is funny, but Spirit is showing me like a yacht that is pulling like a little tugboat. Like I'm bringing people with me. I have people that I want to help like push up further, and like we're all doing this together. So thank you to those of you that are using your talents and skills to bring other people further on and further up with you. It's a very beautiful thing to do, Taurus. Now, when it comes to love, connections, there's some very divine timing happening with you, Taurus. 9 of Pentacles is quite a Taurus card. 9 of Pentacles is also, importantly, the single and happy card. Now, you might be literally single, where this is saying like, you are doing great. Like you're doing well by yourself. You're taking good care of yourself. You are celebrating like the small wins and being proud. And if you are not already feeling proud and like you are celebrating the small wins, then this is your advice, Taurus, is to be like, hey, could you take a minute and look around at what you've done for yourself and be like, nice, good job. Like, I didn't have this last year, or I didn't have this 2 months ago. Wow, good job. Because when we acknowledge how well we're doing, the wheel turns. Now, the thing about having this in your sector of love and relationships, like I said, some of you may truly be happy and single, like cultivating your independence, just enjoying yourself, enjoying having more than enough to take care of yourself. That's the other thing about the 9 of Pentacles. But if any of you are happy and single and thinking about when's the next thing, when's the next time I'm going to fall in love, or where from here, Spirit is like, well, the wheel is turning. And the wheel is turning on the basis of you taking better and really excellent care of yourself. Here's a fucking hint from Spirit when it comes to love, relationships, and this goes for everybody. The extent to which we are able to love and appreciate ourselves is the extent to which we allow people in who can love and appreciate us. So if you can give yourself a C on your report card for loving yourself, expect to receive a C grade person. I don't mean that in a shitty way. I don't mean like that person's a C. I mean that like C grade love. Like C grade love. If you want A plus love, cultivate this. I am so good. Like, yeah, I would love to have somebody standing here enjoying all of this with me, but wow, I really enjoy the hell out of this and I really made this happen. I'm proud of myself. I like who I am. I like the life that I have. Then we don't have to bring in people that are like, hey, let me mirror your low self-worth back to you, okay? And make you feel like shit all the time so you can finally leave me and get like the lesson of like, oh, I'm worth more than this. Like, hey, Gaia, if you can get the I'm worth it before you get engaged with another human being, you can skip over all that turmoil and the like, oh no, this person's making me feel unworthy or this person's triggering my this or that. Like, work through your stuff. You have a really excellent chance to work through your stuff and give yourself some love and appreciation this week, which pushes the wheel toward, listen, I'm just going to put this the way Spirit is putting it, toward like this destined, okay, this destined type partnership. And quick note that partnership can mean a number of things. You may already be with a partner, and it could mean that we come back together. We understand each other better. We appreciate each other more. Or it could mean for some of you, you are moved to a whole nother divine partner. Either way, Taurus, it looks like the way that you love and care for yourself pushes the wheel and pushes your life toward a better place. That's just what it feels like. Feels like you're having some revelations and acting based on those revelations, and that is bringing some positive new momentum and good luck into your life. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit's actually giving me the word Jupiter, Jupiter, Jupiter over and over and over again. So some of y'all are really focused on wealth and travel and expansion, possibly even like, I want to be like a digital nomad. That's what I'm hearing. Interesting. Feels very possible. Feels very possible. Just make sure to give yourself the appreciation that you require before you ask it of anybody else. Ooh-wee, that was loud from Spirit. Okay. Okay. I hope that that is helpful. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Gaia. This has been a time. This has been a time with all that stuff packed into Aries and then that full moon. Whew, it's really kicking up the dust. But listen, when the dust kicks up, like, we can see more clearly, okay? Like, that dust will settle, and then it's like, oh, is that what I'm looking at? Okay. All right. So speaking of kicking up the dust, let's move from the earth to the air. Oh my God! Yeah, Sarah, please, like, do not tell yourself that at all, at all. Like, my goodness. My goodness. Like, A, I know you and you have a really excellent intuition, but B, anybody that has the desire and the openness and the willingness to set their ego aside can read cards like a motherfucker. But you do have to be willing to put your ego aside, or else you'll believe whatever your fucking brain was already telling you, and then you get the cards and it's like, I know, I'm a piece of shit, or like, I know, I'm the best. And either way, it's like, what? Ooh. Okay. All right. And y'all, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yay! Gemini! Very excited to talk to my air sign brothers, sisters, guys, gals, and N pals. Let's talk to Gemini. Let's go talk to these twins. Both sides. Oh, wait, Sarah. Literally too kind as I shrink into myself. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. No, I'm going to sit up taller. Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm totally having a stupid brain moment. Totally get it. But we're working on it. We're cooking up in that chaos cauldron. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. Overall focus, energy. What do you want to tell Gemini this week, Spirit, for their highest good? Okay. And when it comes to jobs, finances, money, resources, which includes time, effort, energy. What does Gemini need to know this week? Spirit, for their highest good. Gemini sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. Okay? Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, and when it comes to love, connections, relationships, family, friends, what do you want to tell Gemini about this week, Spirit, in the realm of love? Love, relationships, connections. Okay? I don't know my own strength. I slammed that motherfucker down. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Ooh, Gemini. Overall energy and focus for the week. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Look at you. Look at you showing off and receiving. Look at you just being who you are, and the world being like, we love it. Can we offer you this? Because we just love the way you are being totally yourself, shining in your gifts, shining, shining, shining. Gemini, show off. If you've been waiting, please, like, make this your week. Like, this looks like victory to me. Yes, ready to receive. Yes, exactly. You already felt it. You already felt it coming. Ready to receive, and particularly some of y'all may be ready to receive quite a loving message, okay? General readings, of course, Gemini, but damn, somebody really wants to show you how worthwhile you are, one way or another. So your overall focus and energy, Spirit is saying that this is also a really excellent time to make plans. So it's like the sun lights everything up and says, here, this is really clear. If you want to go down the yellow brick road, you can see there's that, there's that, there's that. Which way do you want to go? Which way do you want to go, Gemini? And you know what I'm hearing is follow your heart. And I don't always hear that. Sometimes it's follow your soul. Sometimes it's like listen to your mind. It is super sharp. This is listen to your heart and follow it. And here's what I'm hearing. Be a little vulnerable. That can mean different things for different Geminis. Yay, Tammy. Be a little vulnerable. You might be the one to extend an offer or a message or forgiveness or acceptance to someone else this week. And looking at that sun card, it looks good. It looks joyous. It looks innocent. It looks very open-hearted energy. That's what Spirit is saying, is like, this is clear and bright and light, open-hearted energy for you this week. So if you want something, say something. And if you fight for something this week, I think you're going to get it, and I think you're going to get it fast. Ooh, okay. So, money, projects, finances, resources, Gemini, literally 7 of Wands, followed directly by the 8 of Wands. So 7 of Wands, fighting for it. 8 of Wands, cleared all that shit out, and I'm on my way. Went home, changed to my leather pants, put on my helmet, and I'm gone. This is the same person. She's on her way. She made it to the top. She fought off these wands. She took them and she is sending them where she wants them to go. She took all of the things she came up against, all of the opponents, all of the various talents. She has gathered them up, made them her own, and she is taking off. So some of you all have been honing and honing and honing and working your skills. Some of you, this may be very like, personality driven is actually the phrase that they're giving me, and very much related to like my talents, what I like to do, and focusing on that. And Spirit is giving you big encouragement with that. I'm hearing the word overcoming. Like, so some of y'all are overcoming some challenges. Some of you, they're showing me like hitting the top of the mountain and then heading down, where it's like, oh, this is amazing. You've done, this is funny. This is what they're saying. 7 of Wands is the climb and hitting the peak. Hey, Lori. 8 of Wands is like downhill. It's all downhill from here, but in the good way. Like, it's like, oh, all the momentum, all the speed, because I did the heavy lifting and the grunting and the climbing, and now I can kind of coast. Coast on, Taurus. Oh my God, I just called you Taurus. I'm so sorry, Gemini. I know I'm talking to you. Some of y'all might have Taurus placements. Speaking of, okay, before I go there, Spirit is saying with the sun and with these wands cards, show off, you're on fire, show off. You need more show off? You need more show off energy there, Gemini? Boy, somebody, when it comes to love, relationships, connections of all kinds, recalling that this is a general reading, of course, Gemini, somebody between that Knight of Cups, this Empress, and now another Knight of Pentacles, somebody really wants to show you what you're worth to them. And this is going to mean different things for different Geminis. Some people, it's going to be like, hey, that raise you wanted, here it is. Hey, that job, hey, that gift you wanted, I thought of you. I saw this and I thought of you and I brought it to you. That's what I'm hearing. And you feel seen. That's what I'm hearing for a lot of you, is like, wow, I feel so seen. Like, and this is interesting. Some of you, like, maybe you do something like you're an internet personality, or you do cosplay or something like that, and you have like an Amazon wish list that people can get stuff for you. I know this is super specific, but they're saying for some of you, it's like you sit back and just be your beautiful whole self, and people are like, I love it. What can I do for you? The other thing I'm hearing about this is a person who is very faithful and devoted. And again, when I get a Knight of Pentacles in the love sector and we had a Knight of Cups in the overall energy, this really may well be somebody kind of like stating their like, hey, I like you. Hey, I want this to go somewhere. What are we going to do about it? This has legs. This could go far. Knight of Pentacles is a very enduring energy. Now, the thing I will say with the Empress and the Knight is like, if we think about those two stations in life, they're quite disparate, right? Like an Empress is high above a Knight, even though there's no fucking, we all have intrinsic worth. We're all the same. But you might be like feeling quite queenly, and this person comes to you with like this great humility and devotion. I like this person. Sometimes when I see like an Empress next to a Knight, I'm kind of like, I don't know, you might be out of their league, or vice versa, remembering that the energy can be reversed since it's a general reading. Maybe you feel like a very humble person who's coming up to somebody who has like this great station in life, or you just think that they're amazing. I like this match. I like this. This is a Knight of Pentacles. Like, what is a Knight of Pentacles but somebody on their way to becoming a King of Pentacles or a Queen of Pentacles? Here's a quick reminder that King, Queen, Empress, Emperor, none of that has anything to do with sex and gender, everything to do with personality type. Empress is someone who knows their worth and is like, yes, you may. Yes, you may pay me homage. Yes, you may pay me compliments. Yes, you may give me money and gifts. Like, yes, you may. So Gemini, if you want something, if you want something, you can have it. But I'm going to need you to be, it shouldn't be too hard for Gemini. I'm going to need you to be open about it. I'm going to need you to be communicative about it. Because if you want something and you post your Amazon wish list, or the metaphorical version of that, you just state aloud to the world, man, I want this, or hey, anybody know where I could find this because this is what I'm looking for. Don't be surprised if the world answers you. But especially don't be surprised if you know your worth and you know you're asking for something that is your due. The universe wants to give you something really sweet. That's what I'm hearing. That's nice. Well, Spirit just threw out the Queen of Cups, so I think they're ready to talk to Cancer. So let's do that. Let's talk to Cancer. Ooh, I'm throwing cards. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, Cancer Dominant folks. What does Cancer need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Cancer Sun. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so, so glad. I really hope it's helpful. Cancer, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Spirit, what does Cancer need to know this week for their highest good? Overall energy and focus. Ooh, throwing cards. Overall energy and focus for Cancer, please, Spirit, for their highest good. I just got the biggest chill. Okay. Okay. And when it comes to projects, money, finances, Spirit, what does Cancer need to know? Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, and Dominant folks. What do my watery friends need to know they want for you? Okay? All right. And finally, when it comes to connections, love, whether that be romance, family, friends, what do you want to talk to Cancer about this week, Spirit, for their highest good? That was fast. Okay. Whoo! Wow. Options. Options, Cancer. You've got them. This is the week to shape up your plan. This is your week to step into authority, Cancer, and be like, how am I arranging my life? How am I arranging my resources? Is it working for me, or is there a better way I could be spending my money, spending my time, spending my my energy, my efforts, my talents. There is a really strong possibility that this week you could find yourself in a higher leadership position, or just feeling way more in control and capable in your life as a result of taking a step back, hitting pause, and just thinking about, am I arranging things to the best of my ability, or is there a better way that I could be handling all my pentacles? The Hierophant, hierarchy, that's where Hierophant comes from. So moving up, up, up through the levels, doing things by the books, having a plan, and then like going by it. So Cancer, like, yes, exactly, Maggie. So Cancer, consider this. Consider where a little bit of time or a little bit of effort or a little bit of money could be moved over and could be doing a lot more work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing for some of you, you're literal teachers, and that could mean you teach in a school. That could also mean that you're like a mentor or a thought leader of some kind. You have a community that either you aim to cultivate a community or you already have one, and that is also going to benefit from more cultivation and more kind of like putting the pieces together. That's what I'm hearing. So let's stay on this Pentacles ride for a minute, because I cannot help but see this overall energy really playing nicely with your sector of jobs, finances, projects. I mean, damn. A lot of options, Cancer. Quick note, something to do if you read your own cards at home, or if you're trying to learn to read tarot. Notice when there are repeating numbers. You have the Seven of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Both of these are about, okay, but what do you really want to grow? What do you really want to put your time and effort and energy into? Which one of these cups do you really want? Do you really want this? Because this looks like a shitstorm to me. Like, okay, so maybe I don't. So maybe I remove that from the mantelpiece of things that I'm looking at and the options that I have. Narrowing your options in a good way. Like choosing very deliberately what's worth my time and energy, not just, this looks cool, this looks cool, this looks cool, this looks cool. Little more by the books. And I get it, Cancer, because like you listen to your emotions. Yes. Oh my God, Katie, that's perfect. Like, yes, pick a lane. Exactly. Beautifully said. Thank you. God, perfect. Pick a lane, and then this is what happens. Balance and balance of power. Taking control, taking the lead, Hierophant, doing it by the books. And when you do it by the books, when you mete out your resources in a balanced way, giving what you have to give and also receiving and taking from people when they want to give to you, that is balance. That is power. That is, I'm not afraid to receive because I'm not like, oh, I'm not worth it, or like, oh, is that really for me? Like, none of this shrinking violet shit. None of that. None of that. Fully in your authority, fully feeling like I am worth it. I am worth it. Thank you. That is exactly what I wanted. Boy, some of y'all are doing your own thing, and some of y'all need to be doing your own thing. So if you don't already have a project, and remember, when I say we're looking at projects, money, jobs, resources, resources means time, energy, effort, and even the body. So you might be taking control of like your fitness. You might be taking control of your schedule. One way or another, picking a lane, trademark Katie, picking a lane is going to get you where you want to go. Weaving wildly in and out is just going to create room for, some little accidents, Ooh, Katie, you're talking to the right person, because Maggie is a peninsula. So she's going to understand and be able to ground you in that earth thing. Actually, y'all have Capricorn placements in common too. Oh, I'm just really glad you're talking. This is the best. I love this. Okay. Okay. Now, when it comes to relationships, feelings, family, friends, connections, whatever it is for you that speaks to you. Oh, I love you too, Katie. Oh, y'all. Okay. Whew. Hello. This helps. Here's what I'm hearing, Cancer. In love, in connections, friends, family, etc., sometimes you want to carry everything, and you want to carry everything for everybody. And Cancer, you get a little bit of a reputation. I'm a Cancer moon. I am not speaking from a high horse. You can get a reputation for martyring yourself, for taking on things wordlessly too. Hey, Faith, congratulations. Work on that body. That's great. This is, don't martyr yourself. Don't fucking martyr yourself. Don't take things on. And here's what Spirit is showing me, all right? 10 of Wands. Here's what they want to tell you. Imagine you're standing at the base of a mountain, and it's like, yes, I'm so excited to get up there. And you're there with your friends, your family, right? Connections. And it's like, awesome, let's go. And then family member, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever, is like, oh man, like this looks really great and I can't wait to climb this mountain, but this bag is heavy. And like, they're not even asking you necessarily to take it, but they're like, boy, this pack that I have to carry, that's heavy. And you, Cancer, can be like, oh, let me get that for you. I'm strong. Like, let me take that on for you. And then the person next to them is like, well, I mean, if you're taking theirs, would you mind putting on like mine too? And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, like I love you, of course, like we can make this work. And you're watching person after person zip up the fucking mountain, and you're like struggling and sweating and climbing, and it's so slow, and it's because you're wearing everybody fucking else's pack. Don't carry other people's baggage. Do not take it from them. Do not take it even if they ask. Ooh, I fucking feel you. I fucking feel you. Sometimes you gotta drop them and be like, hey, sorry, do your own laundry this week. Hey, sorry, mama didn't get dinner on the table. I guess you're gonna figure it out. Like, Lydia, I totally fucking understand. Us Cancer people, we get it. But Spirit is saying, no more of that. You are not a pack mule. You're damn right. You're damn right. You are a person seeking enlightenment. There is actually a need to let go of control. And that is what part of it is, Cancer. That's the shadow side. We can talk about the sunny side where it's like, I do for other people and, you know, me last, mom eats last, like, gotta make for everybody else. The fucking, hello, eating my own hair. The shadow side of that is resentment. Why doesn't anybody do for me? What, y'all don't see me working? What, I don't look sweaty to you? I don't look tired to you? Why doesn't anybody ever ask to take on my pack? Because sometimes you gotta ask, Cancer. Sometimes you gotta say, this is too heavy for me, so I'm gonna need you to carry yours. And actually today, I might need you to help me carry mine. And even if you only do that twice a year, sometimes you gotta ask. Oh, I love y'all. I love y'all. I know. Me too. Me too. As a Cancer moon, fully triggered. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Let go of control. Let people do for themselves. Let people show you who they are. And here's what Spirit's coming in with the addendum. Hey, Fernando. Spirit's coming in with, and when people show you who they are, as the great Maya Angelou said, believe them. Believe them, Cancer. Don't be like, oh, but I can see your beautiful heart through your fucking lead shield of childhood trauma and bullshit that's never gonna let me come close. Ooh, no. No more hopeless cases. People gotta have hope if they come to you, and they gotta be ready to do their own work. So don't carry anybody else's pack this week, Cancer. You got plenty of your own stuff to work with and work on. I can't stop. I can't. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. That was fun. That was fun. Ooh, it's only going to get more dramatic as we move to Leo. Okay. Whoop. Oh, Jesus. Can I just... Ooh. I feel a big sigh fucking in my soul when you write that, Katie. That's a really good point, too. Sometimes you're so welcome. You were so welcome, Randy. Sometimes it helps to ask for help letting go. You know, my prayer before I read cards for y'all, before I read cards for anybody, is to ask to have my own biases, blockages, worries, concerns, conscious and unconscious stuff removed to make room. So sometimes when we ask for that, you can feel a whole lot of spaciousness come in where there used to be fear of failure, fear of being alone, blah, 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 blah. Listen, that was irreverent reverence, okay? Okay. So let's talk to Leo. Let's talk to my fellow lion brothers and sisters. Sorry, just saw one of your cards. Okay. Okay, Leo. Overall energy and focus for Leo this week. Leo. Leo sun, Leo moon, and Leo rising. Leo dominant folks, what do they need to know for their highest good? Totally understand, Gaia. Totally understand. Help me let go of my biases and blockages. Help me clear a space so that spirit can come through. Such a helpful prayer. Such a helpful prayer. Whoop! Okay. Spirit knows what they want to talk to you about. Moon and Aries, huh? 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 Okay. All right. Now, when it comes to relationships, love, connections, friends, family, etc., what does Leo need to know, Spirit, for their highest good this week? For their highest good in the realm of relationships for Leo. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Sarah, was that you? Oh my God, I looked down right when somebody sent a super chat. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Sorry that I was like looking down and laughing and cackling like a maniac right when you said that. Oh my, Leo. Okay, let's talk. Ooh. Here's what I'm hearing. You're blazing a trail. We just talked a few minutes ago about if you're trying to read tarot for yourself or if you're interested in learning, one of the things you want to do is notice any repeating numbers. So 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, overall energy and focus for you, Leo, is putting your heads together. Putting your heads together with a good team, a good group of friends, people who you know can look at what you're doing and give you the kind of feedback, give you the kind of input that is going to help you make more of yourself. And that's what I'm hearing. So there's really nice teamwork happening. There's also really nice blend of energies. Again, I'm going to use that phrase, 3-part harmony. There's something very special about a 3-part harmony. When you bring in people, again, it's like, I can't do what this chick does. I can't do what this chick does. I can't do what this chick does. But the 3 of us together, hey, looks like somebody's nodding at your sis. 3 of Cups is also working with your friends, and that your friends might make an excellent team. Now, I'm also hearing milestone, Leo. 3 of Pentacles is an early milestone, like, wow, you just built the steps, huh? Like, you are not at the top yet, but you just built some of the steps. So you're going to be higher as you come up these steps, and you're going to get higher, you're going to get higher by being with your friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Now Spirit's singing the Beatles. They will always find a way to come through. I'm feeling celebration of a milestone. Early success. Like, again, for some of you, this could be, I just got my first client. For some of you, this could be, I just lost my first 2 pounds. For some of you, this could be, I just saved up X amount of money. Or I just started this new podcast with my friends, and I'm really excited about how it's being received. Feeling a lot of things here, but definitely I'm feeling put your heads together with people that you feel like, that's my team, that's my pack, right? Lion, like, that's my pride. And speaking of pride, holy God, Leo, when it comes to projects, income, money, jobs, showing off, showing out, looking fucking great, definitely taking the lead, definitely showing off your creativity, shining with charisma and leadership. I mean, Leo, you are the leader of the zodiac and you are also the king. Gender notwithstanding, you are the king and the queen. How about that? Emperor, queen. I'm feeling very specifically, Leo, that you need to shine your talents this week and that you're going to get appreciated for it. But what I'm also hearing is, this is interesting. It's kind of like what they said for Cancer, where you really need like a plan. Like, you have the talent, Queen of Wands. Now put it in, you know, you got the fire of the Queen of Wands, put it in the kiln of the Emperor. The nice, strong place where you can fire something up and bring something out. And it's, this is interesting, Spirit says, and it's made stronger by the fire, not weaker. So, here's what Spirit is saying, is in line with that, we cannot have you among weak people because you will singe their fucking eyebrows. Like, you're too much for people that are, you're too much for people that feel like they're not enough. Doesn't mean that they're actually not enough, but they might feel like they're not enough. And Spirit is driving us and transitioning us right over to relationships. So before we leave projects and jobs and etc., don't be trying to give anything to anybody who's not feeling worthy of it. It's just what I'm hearing. It looks great. Please take the lead. Please show off. Please use your charisma, your wit, your beauty, your charm, etc. But let's talk about how you're too much for people who think they're not enough. Boy, howdy. Are you holding back, holding in because you're like, I'm too much, or people have said in the past that I'm too much, or etc.? Are you in any way limiting yourself or holding yourself in a situation that doesn't feel good to you because like the alternative is either too scary or too good, frankly? You know, Four of Cups chick over here is not wearing a blindfold, but she's in essentially the same situation where it's like, I'm not moving. Like, and both of these people are choosing. Like, nobody's guarding them. Like, both of these people are choosing to close themselves off, to shut their eyes to what is possible and what is trying to come in. I'm gonna need you to take off the blindfold, Leo. I'm gonna need you to open your eyes and recognize if you have been keeping your eyes trained on something that is not good enough for you. I know, that's a lot. That's a lot. And it won't apply to everybody. If something doesn't resonate with you, then don't be worried about it. Don't be scared about it. That's for some other Leo that is paying attention and listening to this reading. However, I will say that in any of your relationships, if you feel like you have to hold back because I'm too much, then they're not enough. And I'm not trying to be rude to them. I'm not trying to put them down. Like, if you're too much for them, then they're not enough for you. There is definitely someone who wants to show you the kind of appreciation, the kind of devotion, the kind of patience that you deserve. There is someone who's like, I'm willing to put in the time. I'm willing to put in the effort, the patience, the slow and steady wins the race, the sustainable. This person, boy, I feel such, I'm like holding this against my heart. I feel such deep, like enduring, and here's what I'm also hearing is volcanic energy. And why volcanic? Because that's earth, but that's fire too. And that's the fire deep in the belly of the earth that's like ready to explode. Go for the patient one. Go for the one who wants to know you. Go for the one that's willing to put the time in. If you're too much, they're not enough. Okay. I think you got it. I think that was a long enough uncomfortable silence. It was very comfortable for me. I don't know how it felt for you. I'm a Leo rising. It was a little uncomfortable. Okay. All right. So, speaking of volcanoes and earth and fire and the combination thereof, let's move from Leo to Virgo. Ooh, these messages are coming in so hot today. I knew they were gonna. Okay. All right. Whoop. I say coming in hot and Spirit throws a Wands card. Okay, you're funny. All right. Let's talk to Virgo. Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising. Virgo dominant folks. What do my mutable earth friends need to know? Overall focus and energy, okay? Ah, Gaia, it'll be up super soon. Super soon. Okay. When it comes to jobs, money, efforts. Oh, y'all, you're so welcome. Yay. Oh my goodness. Okay, Spirit dropping cards. Okay, all right, shoot. Okay. Virgo. What does Virgo need to know, Spirit, when it comes to their own element? Resources. Jobs, projects for Virgo. Ooh. I'm hearing something before I've even checked your cards, which is when it comes to money and projects, you've got talents. And Spirit is actually making a distinction between talents and skills. Like, use your skills, most certainly, but what they're talking about is your talents. And what's the distinction? I was born like this. Like, I was born already loving music, or already loving art, or already a good public speaker, or etc. So there's something that you were born with that they're asking you to lean on and focus on when it comes to projects and money. Okay, we'll take a channeled message. Now, when it comes to relationships, connections, Spirit, what do Virgos need to know for their highest good this week? Oh my God, big chills, big chills. Okay. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Here's the phrase I'm hearing, Virgo. The possibilities this week are endless. You are boundless, endless. Overall energy and focus for the week. Your charisma, your ability to heal others, your adaptability. Your Spirit is saying that sometimes people talk about Virgo as if they have like a quiet charm, but Spirit is like, yes, sure, some of you have a quiet charm, but a lot of you have a quirky charm. Like, this is just me. This is my sense of humor. This is my, like, gait. Like, the way that I walk, the way that I talk, super interesting and specific, and, like, you were made for this. That's what I'm hearing. Gonzo was always my favorite, Tammy, and I always related to Gonzo. I don't have any Virgo in my chart, but I totally relate to Gonzo. So, yeah, be your best weirdo. Be your best weirdo. Shine. Make your magic yours. Boy. Ooh, boy. Okay, and with this Temperance card, there is a focus, very much, Virgo, on, I'm hearing, okay. Balance is not something static. Balance is something that flows back and forth. The scales, which we're going to talk about them because they're present in your reading too. The scales tip back and forth because that is their nature and that is what they are meant to do. This week, allow room for adjustments. That's what I'm hearing. Like a little bit of moderation, a little bit of, let me just try it this other way. Mutable, right? Like clay. Mutable earth is like clay. I could make this into anything. I could make this into a vessel. I could make this into a plate. I could make this into anything I want. I could make this into sculpture. What do you want to create? What do you want to focus on? I think it's really interesting that they said, like, there's like a talent and something you were born for and like you were made for this. And then, you know, when I said that we were looking at money and projects and stuff, that they were talking about your talents and things you were born with, you get that freaking Queen of Wands. And now this. You've only just begun. That's what Spirit just said. You've only just begun, Virgo. And some of you haven't even, and I'm hearing different things. Some of you are like a few feet down the trail. Like, I'm going. Like, yeah, I don't know this road, but I'm going. Some of you are still thinking about it. That's okay. No judgment. If you need to look at the path for a while longer and really consider before you take off and you get to that Three of Wands place where you can see a little better and know where you're going, that's okay. Don't judge yourself. But I would say, Virgo, it's time to take control. I mean, Queen of Wands and Temperance, you don't have to rule with an iron fist. I know that Spirit was saying to you in a past reading, iron fist, velvet glove. That's very this. Iron fist, velvet glove. What do you want to create? What do you want to have? What are you great at? Do it. Do it. I dare you. That's how this sounds. But I kind of am. I kind of am daring you to show off and see what happens. Here's the other thing Spirit is telling me with this. We being Spirit, are moving things around for you on the other side. So sometimes you need to remember that you are a queen on the chessboard. A queen can move like no other piece. The queen can move however she wants. You know, it's like a pawn can only go one space forward or two spaces on the first turn. The knight can only do that weird L shape. The bishop can only go diagonal, etc. The queen does what she wants. She moves where she wants. She moves how she wants. She's got freedom. She's adaptable as fuck. She might be higher than the king. You are a feminine sign, Virgo, gender notwithstanding. Take control of your talents and show them off. And know that you are on this chessboard and you can move however you want. And not only that, Spirit's on the other side moving pieces for you. Moving some away, moving some toward, putting you in the path of certain things that you are meant to encounter. So I dare you to begin a journey that seems exciting to you, even if you don't know where it goes. And that's what they said. Ooh-wee. Now, let's talk about love. Holy fuck. And also with the major arcana. Okay, Virgo. Okay. You are... I feel very confident, Virgo, that most of you are listening to your soul. That most of you aren't interested in something unless it engages mind, body, heart, soul, spirit, etc. When it comes to love, and some of you, I mean, this literally could be that some of you are in love with a Libra, because lovers and justice is the Libra card. That's not going to be true for all of you. For some of you, and this is just what I'm hearing, okay, so again, this is one where it's not for all of you, but for some of you Virgos, this is going to hit hard, is like, oh yeah, I'm about to marry, like, the love of my life. Like, we're about to go to court, even if it's just like a, like, you know, they're going to wear a suit, I'm going to wear a suit, and we're going to sign our name on the paper, and then it's going to be done. There's a contract happening here, one way or the other. So maybe some of you are making like an earthly, like, love contract. Some of y'all are making like a spiritual love contract, or have already, like, you're signing it off this week. This is big, and this is beautiful. And wherever you are in your journey, if you're single, if you're married, if you're dating, whatever, what this is saying is that there is going to be, it's like a flashpoint. It's like a revelation. It's like, I have to make a choice. Both of these cards deal with making a choice and recognizing that the choice that you make in love and with this connection is going to reverberate through the rest of your life. Like, so choose wisely, right? And Virgo, you're pretty discriminating. You're pretty good at weighing pros and cons and things like that. And that's good. I wouldn't deter you from any of that. But I will also say, try to listen and speak from the seat of your soul. Analysis is great, but what does your soul say? Who do you want to make a bond with? What are you choosing? And also, be courageous. That's what I'm hearing. Be courageous. If you want something, ask for it. If you think you're capable of something, try it. If you don't think you're capable of something, try it. Be courageous. Ask for what you want. If there's somebody that you've had your eye on, you might want to reach out to them. Seems like you might get a good answer. Pretty fucking exciting, Virgo. There's a lot happening in your life. There's a lot of recognizing how you've grown. That's what Spirit is saying, is like the world is responding to your growth. So don't be surprised if you get some offers, some movement that you weren't expecting. Because you're showing off who you really are. And you're guiding yourself and moving as you really are. Queen on the chessboard. Okay, wow. Hoo-wee. So, I hope that that helps, Virgo. And now, let's talk to Libra. Got a little preview with the Justice card. Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. What does Libra need to know this week, Spirit, for their highest good? Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant folks. What do they need to know? Overall energy and focus. The truth for their highest good, Spirit. Truth for their highest good, okay? And when it comes to money, jobs, finances, resources, what does Libra need to know this week? Okay, that was fast. And finally, when it comes to love, relationships, connections, what do Libra people need to know for their highest good this week, Spirit? For their highest good. In love, connections. Do you want to talk about friends? Do you want to talk about family? Do you want to talk about romance for Libra? Let's get into it. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Overall energy and focus. Hey, Libra. Look at you. Look at you, Queen of Swords. Look at you in your authority, knowing yourself, speaking your truth. That is a powerful place for a Libra to be. The Queen of Swords is the Queen of Air. You are an air sign, and you are a communicator. And I feel like some of y'all are going to be doing some strong communicating this week. And for some of you, it may be centered around love, romance, and or a partnership of some kind. I mean, I definitely see some exciting new things and people coming into your life. So I'm going to say some of y'all might have Virgo placements, because Spirit's like, you've been doing your soul work, so don't be surprised if people who are aligned with your soul work start coming to you, or things and opportunities that are aligned with your soul work start to come to you. And I'm also going to need you to absolutely speak your truth. And if there is anything you need to make clear, anyone you need to make to state your case or to state your interest or etc., Libra, speak it. And I'm also feeling that you're thinking very strategically this week. So some of you may be thinking about a partnership or like a creative something that you're doing with other people. Your mind is working like overtime. Like, but I mean that in a good way. Like, your mental acuity is your crowning achievement this week, Queen of Swords. And goodness, with that Two of Cups, wow, okay, here's something, okay. This is not going to go for all of you, general readings, right, Libra? But for some of you, they're connecting that Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups like this. The Queen of Swords can be a little bit guarded because she's been through it. Like, she didn't get to be the Queen of Swords by being like delicate and gentle and, well, let me destroy this whole thing. By being like delicate and gentle and, you know, never getting into any kind of trouble. No, the Queen of Swords knows how to wield a sword, and the swords of the mind, the Queen of Words, we might call her. I would ask you to make sure that you are not defending yourself against love or affection or new surprising energy that wants to flow into your life because you're like, Oh, I don't know you. Like, or I don't know about that. What's that? Like, analysis is good. Analysis is great. But there's a lot of emotion in this week's reading, and there's a lot of faith present in this week's reading. So be analytical, but don't cut something off at its legs before it's even had a chance to show you how well it can run. That's just what I'm hearing. So don't cut anybody off if they are actually trying to share with you and be close to you, okay? You might have that urge. You might have like a self-protection type urge, but Spirit is asking you to have a little bit of innocence and optimism and so many cuppy things. Okay, so when it comes to money, jobs, resources, I'm hearing good news. And I'm hearing surprise, like, hey, I want to offer you this position, or hey, would you like to come on my podcast, or hey, I knew that you were looking for this, so I brought it to you. And this moves everything. Everything. So this is why I'm saying maybe be, so this sounds weird, be extra careful not to be too guarded. Because there's people who really want to like help you or be committed to you or offer you something, and they're not playing games. And I feel like Spirit is making that distinction because some people are playing games and some people are like kind of like shifting their weight from foot to foot, like maybe we will, maybe we won't, da da da. And if you are dealing with that kind of energy, I can understand pulling at your sword. But if somebody is coming to you full-hearted and offering you themselves, this looks like it's moving in a beautiful direction. And again, this is the realm of jobs. So this is like you might get an opportunity to do a certain project or try something you've never tried before, and it turns out like, wow, well, you passed with flying colors and we would love to see more. I just feel like momentum. I feel like a surprising splash of emotional energy that changes the landscape of your life. Spirit be talking. Okay. Now, let's look at love, connections, emotions. We doggies. Okay. So Libra, for some of you, this is just the first thing I'm hearing, is you are bringing Emperor energy to the table, and therefore you are pulling in an Emperor to match. What do I mean by Emperor energy? It's interesting because Libra is so often like discussed as like, you know, soft or sweet or charming or pretty and all those things, which are lovely or whatever. But what they don't talk about is how Libra is also the military sign. It's the sign of generals. It's the sign of motherfucking strategy. Like, oh, is this where the like other side is coming in? Well, we're going to come up on the hill behind them and we're going to take them by surprise. We'll put a few soldiers right in front to lure them down the hill, but we're going to have our people ready to come up the hill, come from behind and flank these motherfuckers. Strategy. Ooh-wee. So some of you are drawing in an emperor. Somebody who, just like you, wants to do their own thing and is very much their own person and feels comfortable there. And I gotta say, it feels miraculous. The star is another reminder for you to have faith and to be open to miracles that can happen. And this sounds very suggestive, but Spirit just said, and miracles that can happen in the dark. I feel like, yes, there's a couple of meanings there, but miracles that can happen in the dark, the star. When it's dark, that's when we can see the stars. And when it's dark in life, that's when we need our faith. And that's when we have to go by, okay, I don't know what else to do, so I've got to trust my intuition, I've got to trust my faith, I've got to live by my values, even if I don't know where that's going to take me. And Spirit is like, if you live by your values, if you follow your faith, even though it's in the dark, not only will you find your power, but you may find your person. I know. I know. It's too much. It's too much. just enough. Libra. I know. Me too. Me too. Okay. Yep. And the right one, Libra, is going to appreciate the fuck out of your mind. That's the other thing I'm hearing. Interesting little addendum for Spirit to make. I think what I'm understanding from that, almost. I think what I'm understanding from that is that you're not, oh, wow, jeez, can I just, if the Emperor and the Star wasn't good enough, how about this? How about some Four of Wands? Yikes. Okay. Oh God. That scrambled my brain. Okay. I meant to say that anybody that's intimidated by your mind, they're not it. All right. So, from the air, we're going to deep dive into the dark waters of Scorpio. Let's talk. Lydia, thank you, Libra sister. I appreciate you. And now I finally know that that's a Shiba Inu. Oh, thank you, Lydia. I appreciate you so much. Wow, Spirit is using the word primordial. Okay. Throwing cards, okay. Oh, I love you too, Lydia. Miss you, girl. Okay. Primordial. Okay, Scorpio. Primordial as Scorpio. They're showing me the moon card. Okay. Haven't seen it yet. We don't know what your cards are, but they're showing me the moon card, and they're talking about you, what you have emerged from. Primordial soup, right? Like we emerge from the primordial soup, we get onto land, we evolve some legs. So what did you emerge from, Scorpio? Let's talk. Overall energy and focus for Scorpio, please, Spirit, this week. What do they need to know this week for their highest good? They want 3? Okay. All right. And when it comes to projects, money, finances, go ahead, throw them cards. All right. You're the boss. One more, please, Spirit, for Scorpio. When it comes to money, projects, job, finances, resources. Okay. And finally, when it comes to love, connections. Okay. Love, connections, friends, family, Spirit. Where do you want to focus in the realm of love and emotions for Scorpio for their highest good? The truth for Scorpio for their highest good. Okay. Wow. Oh my God. Whew. So I knew that this full moon in Aries, fucking conjunct Chiron, conjunct Mars, square Saturn, practically square Pluto, that was going to bring up a lot of stuff. And boy, it sure is. You ready, Scorpio? You ready to emerge from the primordial, primal fear? It's actually what I'm hearing, Scorpio. You ready to emerge from primal fear and take a leap? What if I show you your 3rd card? Would you be ready then? If I told you that leaving fear and diving into love, passion, instinct, soul work, that puts you on an exciting path that is unfamiliar as fuck this week. You have to, Katie. You have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. That's the whole thing with this 8 of Swords, is like, that's okay. If the fear is more real than the joy and the desire and the anticipation, well, then that is what is more real. But if you are ready to recognize, Scorpio, that your fears, which this is what the Eight of Swords is all about, your insecurities, it's all in your head. None of this can stop you. There's a reason we can't see any of the points, the dangerous parts of the sword here, because they're buried in us. And she could literally and figuratively shrug off these bonds, lift off her blindfold, and walk away, but she's not ready. But she gonna get ready. She gonna get ready. Yes, Katie, so glad to hear that, because it is. It is. It is. And it is going to put you in over your head. It is going to force you to learn how to swim in these new waters. But you're a Scorpio. You climbed out of the primordial soup. You were born knowing how to swim. You're going to be fine. A little cliff dive into the lovers. Nothing wrong with that. A little cliff dive into your soul. You know how to swim in there too. You are the sign of the soul. Transmutation. Boy, some of you are ready to join hands. That's how they're putting it. Some of you are ready to join hands with someone. Some of you are ready to stop ignoring the signals from your soul and just go for it. And be like, fine if I get in over my head. This is what my soul wants. Because yes, the lovers can be love, and I am, like I said, I'm feeling like joining hands. I'm feeling like a new depth of relationship for some of you. But I'm also feeling like, have courage to go for what your soul wants, even at the cost of like, oh, but I'm going to be scared. Like, I'm going to be so scared. And it's like, okay. You know what? I'm going to trust myself enough to shrug my way out of this, pull off my blindfold, and listen. A shrug can be a powerful thing when it's like, okay, but I'm really scared. Okay, I'm going to do it anyway. Let's go. Like, okay, fear, you can come too. Let's go. Fear, passion, joy, we're all going. So let's all go. I can fit all of you in my tiny little backpack, just this amount of baggage. That's all I'm taking. And I'm doing what my soul says. I'm joining hands. Boy, okay. We're going to talk about it. Scorpio, you're a fixed sign. Eight of Swords. When it comes to money, jobs, finances, another fixed energy. Holding on to what you do have with such a tight grip that it feels like there's very little room to move. But that's just how it feels. What I'm hearing for some of you is you have like a project that you want to get off the ground that is just yours. I'm just going to make an example. Maybe you're a tarot reader, and maybe you are. Maybe you're an artist. Take this however it applies to you. Maybe you're going to start your own channel, start your own podcast, do your own business, whatever. For those of you for whom that aligns, Spirit is saying, give a little bit away. Give a little bit away so people can see where your authority comes from. Establish yourself as an authority by saying, here's what I have to offer. You know, when we don't have enough money, then we may have more time than money, and we can give of our time. Or we may not have time, but we have money, so we give of our money. Or we may not have either, but we have like a good listening ear, so we give that away. Whatever you can give, and especially when it comes to your talents, and for those of you who want to start your own thing, give it away. Give a free reading. Send someone a piece of art. Whatever. Give of your time, your effort, your energy. And then see what comes in. I'm going to really need you to establish your authority to others, and here's the most important one, to yourself. Right now, you're holding on and hoarding your talents and your money a little too much, and it's time to give a little something away so you can receive a little something back. And you will. You will. Not just maybe money or appreciation, but recognition. Like, oh, you are an emperor, huh? Yup. Emperor transmutation, Scorpio. Now, why am I double excited about the Fool, the Lovers, escaping that Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, held back, held in, hemmed in type energy. Sometimes things are too big and beautiful to stay asleep. Judgment is a wake-up call. The alarm is going off. The sun has risen. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. I'm not going to stop saying it. It's time. It's time. You've been waiting. You've been like, well, but the time will come when it's perfect and etc. And Spirit is like, guess what? When it comes to doing what your soul wants, now is always the perfect time. And if you didn't do it now, then like do it now. And if you didn't do it then, do it now. And now would be good. How about now? Now? Spirit is joyously laughing with you. Like they want to lighten your heart and be like, it's here. You didn't come to this planet to play small. You came here to shine. You came here to wake people up. You came here to wake yourself up. Hey, listen, sometimes that's just how it is. I love the caps, the aggressive caps. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yes. Wake up call. Bed is nice and comfy. It's so warm. It's so toasty. I'm like, my eyes are closed and it just feels so good. I don't want to get up. But once you get up and get out there, you're going to be so glad you didn't stay asleep. You're going to be so glad you didn't sleep through this alarm. Wake up, little Scorpio. Wake up. Nope. Oh dear. Okay. This is good. Okay, getting goofier. So, with the increasing goofitude, let's move to Sagittarius. Let's talk to our resident clown of the zodiac. Let's do some cartwheels. I wish I could. Okay. Whoop. Spirit ready. Okay. Sagittarius. My fiery friends. Sagittarius. Sagittarius sun. Sagittarius moon. Sagittarius rising. What do they need to know, Spirit? Spirit just said dancing flame. They're calling you a dancing flame, Sagittarius. Okay, one more, please, Spirit. Overall focus and energy for the week for Sagittarius. What do they need to know for their highest good? Okay. And when it comes to money, jobs, projects, relationships, what does mutable fire, dancing flame need to know? Oh, wow! Oh my God! Wait till I show this to you. Okay. It's me looking at Spirit like, kidding, right? But they're not. They're not. And it's good. Okay. 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 Spirit, when it comes to love, relationships, connections, what do you need Sag to know for their highest good this week? Sagittarius. Sun, moon, rising in the realm of connections. Okay. Oh my God! Dancing motherfucking flame. Woof! Okay. Okay. Yeah, why not? Here's your overall focus and energy for the week. Sagittarius, how good is this? How good is this? Six of Swords followed by Four of Wands. Six of Swords says moving from conflict and struggle and questions to clear answers, smooth seas, clear skies. I have learned and I am moving on. And where am I going? I'm going home. I'm going to land where feels right to me, where I am loved, where I am appreciated, where there is a steady, secure place for me to grow from. Because Sagittarius, you know, we talk about you as mutable. We talk about you as like maybe even like commitment phobic and shit like that. But if you knew that you could grow and change and become more and more of yourself, even through a partnership or a bond or a rooting, you would do it. And this is that. Whatever you have learned, whatever you've been through, and for whatever reason Spirit is actually saying over the last 2 weeks, take the lessons and sail onward, and you will be greeted by the kind of celebration, the kind of home, the kind of partnership that you long for. If you take the lessons and move on. Take the lessons and move forward. Speaking of taking lessons, here's where I was like, okay, dancing flame, is this why we're calling Sagittarius a dancing flame? What's 9 plus 1? 10 wands, which is completion. You are on the precipice, and your energy is going to be renewed this week. That's what they're saying. You may have been feeling a little tired, like, damn, I've been putting in the work, I've been trying, I've been showing off my talents, I've been using my skills, I've been doing all of this, and I've been fighting for what I want. That's the other thing that I'm hearing, like fighting, struggling, working, blood, sweat, tears to get what I want. And here comes a big, fat, fucking yes, this is yours, this is for you, here's some renewal of energy, here's some renewal of hope, here is boundless possibility. And you are a boundless sign, Sagittarius. Again, it's like the Six of Swords. Everything you have learned is leading to a new beginning. All of the struggle is leading to the joy. So please appreciate yourself. Take a moment, whether during this reading or afterward, maybe you want to write this in a journal, which would be a really good idea. That's actually what they're showing to me. Like, how much you appreciate yourself. How much you appreciate yourself for coming up against thing after thing after thing after thing and being like, I'm not going to become less of myself. I'm going to become more of myself. I'm not going to retreat. I'm not going to lower my volume. I'm not going to make myself like, I'm not going to dilute myself to be more like palatable for more people. No, I'm me, and I'm going to shine just like me. Dancing flame. You are shining. You are shining, and you are learning, and Spirit just used the words like you are graduating. And boy, Sag, like, if all of that were not good enough and encouraging enough, when it comes to love and relationships, wishes come true, a balance. You know, Spirit is reminding me of the fact that your card, the Sagittarius card in the tarot, is Temperance. And the Temperance card usually features that angel that has 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the sea. 1 on land, 1 in the sea. Wishes coming true. Wishes fulfilled. Joy, contentment, and specifically self-contentment of like, wow, I really got what I want. I really, like, my cups runneth over. I'm so proud of myself. There's divine partnership here. Wishes come true and create a divine partnership. And I really, really, really love that it's this blend of earth and water. Because, of course, it's lovely to see, like, a king and a queen of cups or a king and a queen of pentacles together. Reminder that none of that has anything to do with sex and gender. You can identify anywhere on the spectrum. That is valid. This is about personality types. So, your willingness to know your soul, to learn your lessons, take them forward, because I'm really feeling you as this Queen of Cups, more mutable than a King of Pentacles. There is somebody who's like, I want to provide a safe and steady home for all of the beautiful work that you've done. I want to surround you with protection and affection. And frankly, like, resources is what I'm feeling. Like, for some of you Sagittarians, it's like money is not the first thing on your mind, or like what kind of car or what kind of house or what kind of job or whatever somebody has. But this person is like on that grind. Like, that's what I kind of feel like. And I don't know if this person's literally a Capricorn, but Spirit keeps saying like Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. So it may just be that they're trying to communicate to me that it's that kind of energy. Like, this person's a go-getter. This person might own their own business, or at least whatever they do, they are very successful in their own right, and so are you. But this person wants to, like, provide for you. That's what I'm hearing. And listen, if you have any shame around wanting to be provided for or wanting to be worshipped, now would be the time to look at that and be like, am I one of these people who thinks like, no, I'm the hard worker, so like, I just want to say, please take pride. Take pride and joy in this graduation of yours, and know that it's bringing you closer to somebody who is going to reflect that appreciation. So if that is good encouragement to help you appreciate yourself better, relationships are mirrors. The better we can love and appreciate ourselves, the more likely we are to bring in a mirror that reflects that back to us. And if we struggle with being appreciated, if we struggle with being seen as like working hard, then we may struggle to find somebody who can see that in us. You feel me, Sag? This looks too good to pass up. Too good to pass up. So take your lessons from the past 2 weeks. Again, that's just how they put it. Integrate them. Move on. And you'll find that you end up at a better place and among better people. That's what I'm hearing. And also, show off, Dancing Flame. Show off. And here's the other thing I'm hearing. Please trust your feelings. Very Star Wars. Trust your feelings, Luke. But really, trust your feelings. Queen of Cups. Trust what your soul is pulling you toward. And you will move unerringly toward where you need to be. Ooh-wee. Okay. So, Capricorn did pop up in that reading. And let's talk to our Capricorn friends. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. Yay! What do they need to know, please, Spirit, for their highest good? Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and dominant people. Capricorn. Okay, overall energy and focus. Now let's move on to money, finances, jobs. Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know for their highest good? Capricorn. Okay. Okay. And finally, when it comes to love, connections, relationships, Spirit, what does Capricorn, wow, need to know for their highest good? Yes! Okay. Yikes. Good yikes. Wow. Wow. You're going to speak a truth that moves things along this week, Cap. Page of Swords is that energy of, oh, hey, the Emperor has no clothes. Like the little kid in the story that like everybody's like, wow, what beautiful finery you're wearing, Emperor, blah, 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 blah. And this one kid's like, you know he's naked, right? Like, y'all can see this, right? Speak the truth. Things will move. They won't be ready. Hey, listen, some of them will be ready. And the ones who are ready are going to be behind you 100,000%. The ones that aren't ready, message ain't for them. Regardless, the effect that it's going to have on you is it is going to set you free and set things into motion. Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to push it. That's Page of Swords. I'm going to push it. I'm not scared. I'm going to push it and see what happens. Push it. Now they're playing Salt and Pepper. Push it. Okay. Push it. Push that Wheel of Fortune. Roll it on down the hill, Capricorn. This is completion. This is like a beginning and then a completion. So, me too. Salt and Pepper is amazing. Okay, push it. Hey, I highly suggest that you listen to it after this. Help get yourself into frame. Maybe even like having, like a whole cardio fantasy where you're pushing the wheel to the song. That might be good. Exactly. Push it real good. Okay. Oh my God. Push it. And it will go. It will move. Speak your piece. That's the other thing I'm hearing is if you want something, say it. And even if it is going to be upsetting or etc. for people. And I don't mean hurt people on purpose. I hope that that's clear, Capricorn. Like, I would never advise that. What I mean is if it's the truth and you're like, I have to say this, it's the truth, this is my message, this is what I gotta say, and I know it's gonna shake some shit up and move some things, but I'm willing to deal with the consequences. If you're willing to deal with the consequences, then say it. If the consequences are what you want, then say it. If it is your truth, then speak it. Hear you. I hear you. Then it's time. Then it's time. And if that wasn't encouraging enough for you, when it comes to projects, job, finances, personal projects, it doesn't get much clearer than this. It doesn't get much fucking clearer than this. Your soul is calling you, and you are going to be overjoyed with what happens when you answer the call. When you're like, yeah, I'm scared, but I'm picking up because I want this. Overjoyed. Knowing that you're on path. That's what they're saying very specifically about this, is you will get the sense, Capricorn, that it's like, oh, I am here. Oh, I've been like praying for this, and oh my God, like it's happening. Oh my God. People love this, people want this, and people want to celebrate me, give to me. Allow yourself to be celebrated, appreciated, and be daring. Be daring, Capricorn. Be a little more outlandish than you usually tend to be, because you know you like to do things by the rules and by the book, and I totally get it. And like, and there's something to be said for playing by the rules, but Spirit is actually advising you to, some of y'all might have Aquarius placements, because Spirit is advising you to drive a little bit more in the direction of your Aquarian aspects, like the Aquarian side of unconventionality, of allowing for things to be surprising. You know, like a Capricorn, like, is the mountain goat, right? Like, and I'll go from this rock to that, to this, to that, and then I'll get there. And Spirit's like, we created you to be able to move across any terrain. Okay? Sea goat, all-terrain vehicle of the zodiac. If we present you with something, we trust in your ability to find your way up. And you're going to find your way way, way, way up. When it comes to relationships, connections, family, friends, etc. This is why they're saying to move toward a little bit of that Aquarian energy. This is the water bearer. This is follow your faith, which is very much aligned with this. Follow your soul, follow your faith. And because we're talking about love, connections, yes, 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 yes. I was going to say, because we're talking about love and connections, some of you are summoning a King of Swords towards you. Someone who has the kind of intelligence and, like, well, Spirit's actually using the word brilliance. Like, brilliance. You're summoning somebody really brilliant toward you. This person could even be an Aquarius or have strong Aquarius placements, because they keep saying that. Now, I think it's really interesting that in your overall energy you had Page of Swords, but you're summoning this King of Swords towards you. So it's like, this is somebody who, if you feel like there are any gaps in your knowledge or any, like, anything you need to learn, or anything, like if you're looking for a teacher, if you're looking for a leader, a partner, this is huge, huge. And for some of you, you're looking for your match. You're looking for your person. You're looking for your soulmate. And you may find them in a place that is completely unexpected. And it's a result of opening your damn heart. Opening your mind, opening your heart. Knowing that possibilities can shift at any time, and they shift as a result of what we find to be possible, like what we consider to be possible. Speaking your truth is going to bring the right people toward you. That's what I'm hearing. And yes, it may repel some people. It will repel the wrong people. So, for those of you that are like, I'm about to send this email, or I'm about to put out this video, or I'm about to broadcast this, and I know some people are not going to like it. Listen, the Emperor didn't like being told that he had no clothes. He did not like getting humiliated in front of all those people. Like, he didn't like it. But all those people got told the truth, And listen, the whole point of that story is like, they knew the truth. They were just too scared to acknowledge it. So you're going to help some people acknowledge a truth they're too scared to look at. God and Goddess speed to you. That is a holy mission. All right. Now, let's talk to Aquarius. Since Aquarius wanted to come up so much in that reading, clearly they've been waiting in the wings. Aquarius. Aquarius sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. What does Aquarius need to know? Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. What do they need to know, please, Spirit, for their highest good? Oh, y'all are so welcome. So, so welcome. I hope it's helpful. Ooh, I feel good about that reading. Real good. Okay. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good this week? Overall energy and focus. Ooh, for the week. Big chills. Okay. They want 3. Okay. Ooh, big chills. Big chills. Whew. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. When it comes to jobs, money, finances, projects, what do Aquarius dominant folks need to know for their highest good, Spirit, this week? Jobs, projects, money, resources. They want some extra cards for you this week, Aquarius. Okay. And finally, Spirit, when it comes to relationships, connections, love of all kinds, what do you want Aquarius to know for their highest good? Aquarius, what do you want them to know for their highest good this week? Okay. All right. Whoa. Wow. You know, wow. Okay. Pardon my Lamaze. Okay. Sometimes, Aquarius, we have to detonate things to build things. To become a true leader, we have to recognize where maybe we were being a bit of a follower. And that's just how I'm hearing it. Here's your overall energy and focus for this week. The Tower. Something removed, changed, demolished, dissolved without your permission. But what will you do, Aquarius? You'll be like, oh, cool. So this tower crumbled. What am I going to do with these bricks? Oh, damn. How am I going to rearrange these pinnacles? What do I want to build? Do I want to build a road? Do I want to build a bridge? I certainly don't want to build another tower. I don't want to build another rickety-ass something built up way tall and way high that's like waving back and forth, but we're going to stand in here and pretend that this is not happening, and we're going to be like, hey, how are you doing? It's great, right? I love being in here. It's great. Feeling the floor like rickety beneath your feet. You are building something of yours. You are building something unique to you. I hear you, Maggie. Yeah, there's some really beautiful stuff here too. Because here's the thing about the Tower. The Tower does not fall if it's built on steady ground. Towers only fall because there's artifice. It's not real. It's not steady. It's unsustainable. This is like, there's no way to keep up this lie or this facade or this inauthentic, like, exactly, yes, exactly, your fears, just stacking them up. Like, no, I can't leave this relationship because of this, and then there goes the inauthenticity. There goes the bullshit to reveal exactly what is underneath. Wow, Spirit is showing me. Wow, okay. Any of y'all seen the movie Labyrinth? What Spirit is showing me about the Tower is, if you remember toward the end of the movie, when the gang has like gotten through the gates of, and if you haven't seen Labyrinth, oh my God, please see it because it's amazing. Lori, thank you. Thank you so much. She's so cute. Okay. They've gotten through the gates of the Goblin City. They're about to go face off with the Goblin King. Like, they have, through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, they have fought their way to the Goblin City, ready to take on the Goblin King. But before they can do that, there's this big ass fucking like robot mecha goblin. It's like 20 feet high. It's terrifying. It's breathing steam. And they have to fight this thing. And they're like, how? This thing is like 50 feet tall. Like, I don't even know what to do. So, spoiler alert, they eventually manage to get the jump, literally, on this giant goblin, like, machine thing, and pull the head off. And inside of this giant ass scary thing is this little tiny like weak ass goblin that's like pulling the controls and shit, and they just like literally pull him out and toss him, and it's like, oh, so that's all there was to that. So sometimes, like, all times, okay, we need the tower to fall. We need our bullshit to fall all over the place and be like, oh, what was I scared of? Oh, there's just a tiny little goblin in here like running shit. Like, so I just need to get with that and be like, my fears are not so overwhelming. What's really scary is how my fears are kind of running the show right now. And so maybe some of you, Cherokee, nailed it. You have no power over me. I will detonate this shit myself. I will detonate any and all bullshit in my life myself. Ain't nobody gonna come around and kick over my tower. I'm gonna do it. Hoggle is Hoggle's friend. I'm fully gonna watch Labyrinth today. Okay. This is all in service of your authenticity. This is all in service of your power. This is all in service of you creating what is unique to you, and it is yours, Emperor. I am so excited about this for more than one reason, and to be able to tell you, I have to keep going. So let's keep going. Gee, when do you know that detonating a tower is going to be absolutely worth it? When it frees you up to go from being a zombie in life, dead on your feet, opening up, wake up call, the world. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. Is it Maria or Maria? Like, help me out. Yes. Yes. Yeah, some of you may have Capricorn placements, and it's like, speak the truth, wake up call, from the tower to the world. Listen, she can't fly on top of the world if she's trapped in a tower. Summoned, and I have arrived. You summon me, I will rise. So what your soul is asking for, what your people are asking for, it's time to detonate the fear and free yourself and share yourself with the world. The world is worldwide. The world is publishing. The world is broadcasting. The world is, here it is, y'all. This is what I got. And being unashamed. Ah, okay. Thank you, Maria. It was the last name. I was like, I don't want to call you Maria if you're Maria. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're being released, you're being set free, and you are actually being called to your great work. Capital G, capital W, your great work. What is your thing? What do you want to be known for? What do you want your legacy to be? When you die, Aquarius, what kind of words do you want spoken about you at your funeral? What do you want people to say about what you left behind in their lives and in the world? It ain't gonna be a tower. No. You don't build that rickety ass shit. You got things to do. You got big things to do. Recognize yourself. Recognize the call. I have no, like, zero doubt. Spirit is like, all of you that are listening to this, that are Aquarian, you are being called. You are being summoned. Now, some of you might be pulling the blankets over your head and going like, no, I don't want to. And that's okay. No one's judging you, no one's blaming you, but I do want to make it clear, if you are one of these Aquarians who is pulling the covers over your head and going, no, not yet, or I'm not ready, or like maybe later, or maybe like wake me up in 5 minutes. This is what happens when we oversleep. So when you hear the call, wake on up. GY. If the world wasn't good enough. Ah, smart, smart. If the world wasn't good enough. When we look at love, relationships, connections for Aquarius, a beautiful, all-encompassing, sensual, like full mind, body, soul appreciation, truth, clarity, understanding. You are making a fantastic choice when it comes to who you are partnering with, who you are loving, who you are being. And can I just, in case you forgot, come on now. Come on now. Whether you are coupling up with your respective emperor or empress this week, or whether you are moving closer together, or whether you are making decisions about like, oh, I might need to make an honest woman, honest man, honest NB person out of this person. Could be that. Could be that you are moving into a beautiful balance and dynamic between divine masculine and divine feminine. Creating and receiving. Like doing and being. Giving, getting. I really can't help but look at this as a divine partnership. Justice is the Libra card. So justice is also partnership, balance, as much as it is making a wise choice. But I do feel like you're making a wise choice. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Some of you are summoning love into your life. And it's by loving yourself and by heeding the call when you get it. You know, like loving yourself enough to get up when the alarm rings, to go do that. Like, and Spirit's using this as a metaphor, but this could be true for some of you. It's like loving yourself enough to get up when the alarm rings, to go work out or do your meditation or drink a big glass of water because you're like, you just dehydrated overnight. It's like, I love myself enough to get up and take care of myself. And when you love yourself enough to wake up and take care of yourself, you summon in somebody who loves themselves enough to love you all the way. So if any of you are waiting on divine partnership, I just pulled, like, they were like, just pull a card right now. It's coming and it's coming fast. It's coming fast because you're clearing the way. It's coming fast because you are removing obstacles and detonating towers and opening up. So, divine balance, divine partnership. It's coming for you, Aquarius. You ready? Ready or not, here it comes. Ooh. Okay. We're here. We have arrived. The Pisces Palace. Deep underwater. I'm picturing... Wow. Wow. Okay, sorry. I had to say this. Whew. I am seeing like this beautiful, deep, iridescent undersea kingdom, and then here we get the land and sea. Here we get it. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Also, I'm just really glad to hear like of anybody working with a trauma therapist. That's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. Good work. Courageous work. Talk about detonating towers, right? Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm excited. Okay. For my deep divers, let's talk to Pisces. Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, Pisces Dominant folks. Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Dominant. Wow, folks, what do they need to know for their highest good? For their highest good. Pisces. This week, Spirit, overall energy and focus for this week for Pisces, for their highest good. Okay? And when it comes to jobs, money, resources, projects, for Pisces, Spirit? What do you want Pisces to know this week for their highest good? For their highest good. Okay? Woo! Okay. And now when it comes to love, connections, family, friends, where do you want to put the focus, Spirit, for the highest good of Pisces? Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising. I shuffled this back in. Ooh. Ooh, chills. Chills, Pisces. All right. Gentle, gentle, gentle healing energy for you this week. Temperance, Four of Swords. Moving gently. Peace, quiet, getting your thoughts in order. Literally, some of you all need to be journaling because that's the first thing that they're showing me is having a place to put your thoughts to get them in order. They're also using the word convalescence. So some of you may be in recovery from something, like literally, and you're going to do some deep healing. Some deep sorting is also what I'm hearing, and I'm hearing that on a couple different levels. This is overall energy and focus for the week. So some of you, it's like sorting through your mind, journaling, etc. Oh, Lori, what a beautiful thing to say. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. They're using the word sorting on a couple different levels. For some of you, it is, oh my gosh, Chris, well, I'm going to be praying for you, praying for a quick heal. Looks beautiful. It really does. So taking care of you, being very gentle with you. And when I'm hearing about sorting, I'm hearing for some of you, this would also be a good week to like declutter. Like, you know, the more cluttered the home or the closet or the miscellaneous drawer, the more cluttered the mind. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're going to be in my prayers. And sometimes sorting things in the physical and on the outside is like a lovely prelude to sorting and getting through things on the inside. But I'm feeling this is an internal inventory more than anything that Spirit wants you to do. So you may need to do some output. We're getting a lot of input all day. TV, social media, phone notifications, the news, other human beings who have things they want or need to tell us. And it's input, 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 input. And we do not happen to live in a society that really venerates output. Like writing in your journal, like meditating, like going for a long ass walk so that you can put that energy somewhere, what you just went through. You know, our like white American culture, I'm going to use that word very loosely, is like stuff it down, box it up, deal with it. And Spirit's like, no, we actually need to like pull it out, set it free, move the energy. So go for a walk, have a cry, punch a pillow, throw a pity party, whatever you need to do. And I mean that literally. Like if you're going through, let's just say, a heartbreak or a very difficult type of recovery that you're coming through, and you need to fucking, okay, so American culture, exactly, yes, would be like, get over it, like deal with it, just like move on. And Spirit's like, well, if you need some help moving on, then what we really need to do is throw the pity party or the shitty party or the angry party or whatever. And you need to get your stack of fucking It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To. And you need to make that playlist, and you need to slam some doors and throw yourself on a bed and scream at God and scream at your exes and everybody that you need to scream at. And then see how you feel after actually allowing yourself to like pound the pillows and scream and do whatever. And like, oh, there's some spaciousness in here now. Like, I just decluttered my soul. Like, I KonMari'd the fuck out of my soul. Does this spark joy? No, this sparks fucking rage. Like, and if it sparks rage, let me put on my rage music and rage dance around my living room. Like, I'm so serious. If y'all could see the hidden, well, secret, like, hidden cam footage of, like, the way that I move energy, you'd be like, but it works. It works. And it's a little more fun than some more conventional types of, like, energy moving. Just saying. Okay. So, healer, heal thyself. That's what they're saying. Now, speaking of, looking at money, finances, projects, it is, you need a system. Stop swinging your wand around. Stop, like, and I love you, Pisces. Like, I love you. And you have your own way of doing things, and that's wonderful. So I'm not trying to get you out of your own way of doing things, but I am trying to get you to narrow down what your way of doing things is. Because if you're just, like, kind of muddling through and fucking around and like playing around, that's kind of what I'm hearing is, like, I think I want to do this, or I think I want to do that, and maybe this, maybe that, and Spirit is asking you to kind of, like, this is interesting, but this is what they're saying. I feel like if I'd worked in, like, more corporate spaces, I would be able to put this a little better, but I'm going to try to show you what they're showing me, which is when an employee is hired, right? Like, there's, like, a book that every corporation has that notes, like, what are the duties and what does the workflow look like, so that if that person is promoted or fired or moves on, that the next person who comes in, there's a very fast and easy reference of how to get that person into the groove and onto their level, right? So Spirit is like, we need you to work out and write out your workflow. You're the Hierophant here. You are the leader, mentor, teacher, reader, whatever. You're the one with the keys to the kingdom. And what I really love about this version of the Hierophant is that she's barefoot, and also that she's a she. So she's barefoot. She's at one with the earth. She's connected. She's not above it all. She's in it. She's on it. She's here. So put your feet on the ground. Grab your keys to the kingdom. Write out your workflow. What is it going to take for me to move from child's play to straight up top of the fucking line, like Hierophant? From the, like, early adopter to, like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. So, totally agree, Maria. So, feet on the ground, keys in your hand. Ooh, goodness, goodness, goodness. I understand, because there's, like, I feel like maybe you have a fear, Pisces, that if you put it too firmly or too, like, compact, that it'll feel restrictive. But what Spirit is saying is that putting a system to this will actually free you up. And again, it's like that idea of, like, creating spaciousness. Like, I need to declutter my mind. Like, maybe you have 10 really good ideas, like 10 really cool projects, 10 prongs to this business you want to do. And Spirit's like, how about we start with 2? How about we set a timer for 10 minutes, we brain dump all of our project ideas onto the page, or all the things we're stressing about, or all the things we want to get done when it comes to money and job and work and making progress. And once that 10-minute timer is up, then we set a 5-minute timer and we rank every project, or every, like, if I did this, like, that would be cool. If I did this, it would lead to that. Linda, thank you so much. Oh my God, I love these little, like, I really wish I could draw. Okay, I know, random. Okay, now I'm gonna rank these projects that I just brain dumped onto the page. You know, when I really think about it, yes, I feel drawn most to this project, so I'm going to put that up at the top. And the second most, this is the thing that I know would really make a difference. Like, could take me 10 or 15 steps forward if I just started doing this regularly. So that's going to be number 2. And then that's it. Like, I am going to, oh, honey. I appreciate your dance. I'm going to set these other, let's say you had 10 ideas. I'm going to put these other 8. They're not going anywhere. They're not off the table, but they're going in my drawer. And for the next, set a time limit for yourself. For the next month, I'm going to try a plan where I focus on these 2 things. And let's see where I am by November 1st. And see, like, how did that work out? Did I like it? Like, commit to the experiment. It's still an experiment. Like, well, maybe that didn't feel good. Change it up. Bring out that list of 10 things and be like, so this wasn't it, or this is it, but it's not the top thing. It's this over here. What really belongs on the top is this. And that's going to come through experience. That's going to come through actually applying a system and trying it and seeing if it fits or if it makes you feel hemmed in or bored or etc. And then you get to change it. But you do need some level of commitment where it's like, I'm going to see this through for the next, that part's up to you. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. I'm going to try this method of work or this method of trying to do my creative thing on the side or etc. Or this method of budgeting. And then I'm going to see where I am. And if it looks great and it looks better than where I was October 1st, then awesome. Maybe I keep working the system or add another thing because now I've like got a better idea of how my time is meted out. You feel me? Commit to the experiment, recognizing that it is an experiment and that you can change it up. If it's like, okay, now I've got more data, so now I'm going to make these adjustments. But you definitely need a system, and the system will set you free. Now finally, Pisces, in the realm of love, connections, relationships. Hey, thank you, Maria. Appreciate that. When it comes to love and connections, things are opening up. And you may be feeling, I'm kind of hearing like stuck in the middle, like they're playing that song, stuck in the middle with you. Clowns to the left of you, jokers to the right. You might be waiting before you make a move. 2 of Wands is like, I'm looking, I'm thinking about it, I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. Like, something is definitely calling my name, but I don't know if I'm ready to go. Well, Spirit is saying, if it stirs your faith, if it stirs hope, if it stirs effervescent possibility, then I say go. There is somebody and something, relationally speaking, connectively speaking, that has something to do with you daring to do your dream. There is someone that is on the other side of this healing work that you are doing, this decluttering of the soul that you are doing, that is like, I mean, the star is miracles happen. Hope springs eternal. The possibilities are truly endless. Endless. These pictures will never run out because she gives of herself and she receives as well. And she sees no shame in giving or receiving. Oh, you are so welcome, Maggie. I'm so glad. So if you have any shame, Pisces, around being appreciated, around being loved, around being seen, it's time to look at that and time to work on that. Because Spirit is asking you to be a little bit of the star of your show, the leader of the pack. So if you feel scared to be seen, what in you feels unworthy of being seen? Oh, you're so welcome, Maria. And what is worthy of being seen? What are you proud to show? What mark do you want to leave on the world? And Spirit is saying this, how do you want to shine for other people? When you think of other people in the world who are having a hard time knowing what to do, having a hard time knowing their purpose or what they should do next, what kind of example do you want to shine like? And shine like that. Shine as the best of yourself, the most courageous of yourself, the most committed to yourself. Ooh-wee. Wow. Oh, this is another good one. I'm definitely going to have to follow Spirit's advice and dance out some of this energy. Y'all, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving these messages. Thank you particularly to those of y'all who took the time to comment, and oh, you are so kind. Oh God, I'm gonna hide, I'm not gonna hide. That's a bad example of what I just said to Pisces. I'm not hiding either. So let's not hide. Let's all be out here doing what we're out here and supposed to be doing. Let's all serve the world the way that we're supposed to. And each and every one of us has a divine purpose. Whether that divine purpose is being a father, being a mother, being a teacher, being a leader, being a fucking dancer, do your fucking purpose. Do your purpose and see how the world responds. Because the world, the universe, the multiverse, spirit, all words for the same thing, God, etc., all it wants is for us to show our light. Show it off. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience. And hey, the phone didn't die this time. Pretty good, pretty good. Love you. Have a beautiful weekend. This will be up in the morning if you want to rewatch. Yay! Yay! Y'all make me so happy. Beautiful fucking community. Love y'all. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. And please, shine the fuck on. Till next time. Bye.